Hey everybody, welcome to Rahdo Runs Through, and today I'm going to spend a few minutes recapping the week of July 16th. And what that means is I'm going to tell you about all the videos that went up on this channel over the last 7 days, and I'll also tell you about some additional videos from other channels that I discovered over the week that I thought were particularly cool or fun or interesting, all about board games. And then after I'm done with the video recap, I'll tell you about all the new games that I discovered for the first time and added to my personal wish list that I'm very much looking for somewhere in the future. So, sound good? If so, let's get started by talking about these videos. First of all, there were several videos that went up on the channel as exclusives for members here on YouTube or as Patreons. So, thank you to everybody who keeps Rahdo running. What did you get this week? You got a full 2-player playthrough with me and my wife Jen of the new Marrakesh Essentials Edition. That was a blast to film. And I also did a full solo run through of New York City playing with 2 Otama. I think I'm the first person ever to do that, at least on video. And that was a lot of fun, but that's not all. Supporters of the show also get the full 4-hour video of me and Jen doing the monthly Rahdo Talks Through podcast. Now, anybody can listen to the podcast in audio form at podcast.rahdo.com. But if you want to watch, well, if you're a backer of the show, that's available for you too. And that's the normal stuff, but I'm also rolling out something new for members of the channel. Again, thank you so much for supporting. I'm giving you advanced sneak peeks of videos that are coming soon. So you can right now watch Votes for Women, Fabled the Spirit Lands, Static Blood Moon, Philharmonics, Unseen Domains, and Power Core Call of Cthulhu. These will all eventually go public somewhere down the line, but if you're a supporter of the show, you can go to early.rahdo.com and you can watch those right now ahead of the curve. Okay, now what does everybody get to see? Well, for starters, I did another weekly Q&A, which is an excerpt from the full Rahdo Talks Through podcast, and this week I dove deep on Gloomhaven and used it as a catalyst to talk about how to turn solo games into good multiplayer games. What do board game developers owe their fans when they revamp a design and maybe some people feel left out in the cold? I talked about RPGs and what they can learn from board games. So it was a very, very fun Gloomhaven-centric topic that let me cover a lot of broader board game issues. So that was the latest Q&A. There's a link for that and every video I'm talking about down in the show notes, folks. Also, we did the R&R show, episode 68. This was a mid-year recap video that was a blast. Ruel, Chris, and I talked about the games we played the most so far this year, what was our favorite game so far of the year, what was our biggest disappointment of the year, and so you're going to get to hear a lot of good and bad about what's come so far in 2023, and that's available for everybody to watch. And let's see, I did a run-through of Barcelona, the latest from Board and Dice, and designer Danny Garcia. This is freaking fantastic. An early top 10 of the year nominee, I think, potentially. And, I also did a run-through for Three Ring Circus, which will be coming out at Gen Con along with Barcelona. So these are a couple of big hot games that people are going to be getting their hands on very, very soon. And then also, I did a preview for Meenakshi Temple, which will be launching its crowdfunding campaign in just a few days, I believe. So you got an early sneak peek of that if you want to see what this very, very cool 3D tower building Euro is. All right, and those are all the things on the Rahdo channel, but let's talk about some other channels. For starters, I love Grant Lyon. He is absolutely fantastic. And, his channel, one of the major things he does every month is an epic video where he talks about all the games that are coming to retail in a given month. And so he put his July one up, and he talked about, over 20 games. And, he does so much research for this game. It is absolutely mind-boggling. He contacts all the publishers and finds out, when exactly is this going to be available at local retail stores and whatnot. And so this is by far, I think, Grant's ongoing games coming to retail in month X, one of the most useful video series period, in the entirety of board game media. I know he puts a ton of work into it, and there's going to be something for everybody. I guarantee he's going to mention some games that are now available that you didn't know about. And he won't just tell you the names, he'll tell you why they're interesting. Oh man, I'm absolutely so blown away by Grant and his ability to do this every month. And let's see. Oh, also, there's a lot of Gen Con videos coming, folks. We'll be doing ours in just a few days, so look forward to that. But of all the ones I've seen so far this week, or last week I should say, I was very, very impressed by Tantrum House. Melissa and Kevin did a top 10 that's really like a top 20, and so far I think they have done the best Gen Con rundown of all the channels I've seen, in part because they really focused on games you can buy. A lot of channels like split their attention, and you don't know, well, is that a game I can buy or is it a demo? They're just focusing only on stuff you can buy, which is what I would do and what we will do in a few days on our channel. And I really love that they put timestamps in for everything, and they have two lists: games they played which they recommend, and games that they haven't played that they anticipate. I thought this was really smartly done. Melissa and Kevin, if I had one complaint, it's like, don't be coy, just put the name of the thing in the show notes. I mean, I can just scrub through and see the games you're talking about anyway, but still, I thought they did a fantastic job and mentioned quite a few games that are worth checking out. And then finally, there's the beginning of a new series of game from publisher Check Games Edition. They are going to be doing a multi-chapter what do you call it, documentary series about their growth, where they started, how CGE got started, what their big breaks were, what it is they try to do, and and dives deep, on the business side, on the production side, on the inspiration side, and on the games. The first episode went up this week, and it is fantastic. Eleni and the gang at CGE did a wonderful job. So if you have any interest in the business of board games, it is definitely worth checking this out. I thought it was great. Okay, folks, so that was it for the videos, but now let's recap the games that got me very, very excited that will be coming somewhere down the road. Now, I'm going to do this in countdown format, starting with number 6 on the list. Dream World, an unconscious mind card game. And now I covered the unconscious mind when it was crowdfunding last year, and I'm very excited about the big box, but it looks like this is a simple little fast-playing card game from designer Johnny Pack, one of my new favorites, where they took all the amazing art from Andrew Vosley and Vincent Dutray and turned it into what sounds like a very, very cool, fun, fast-playing, lightweight card game that I am definitely looking forward to checking out. So that was number 6. Number 5 is Captain Flip, and unfortunately there's no pictures of it. Why am I interested in this game where you hoist your flag, recruit a colorful crew, and earn as many gold coins as you can? Okay, so we're pirates, I guess. It's the designers, Paolo Mori teaming up with Remo Conzatori. Remo Conzatori was the co-designer on one of my top 10 games of last year, Rise. Paolo Mori is one of the most respected designers in the industry, and man, I was recently blown away by his new game, Archaeo Society, but everybody loves Libertalia and Ethnos and all of that. So these two working together, that's something exciting, even if it is a very simple little lightweight family push your luck game. These two guys who are known for bigger, more bombastic, heavy, crunchy stuff, I really look forward to seeing what they do for Captain Flip. Number 4, Roll Camera, Story Pack, Xmas movie. Everybody knows I love Roll Camera so much, and I'm so happy to see more content coming. This is a tiny little expansion. I think it's about 40 cards that lets you start making Christmas movies in addition to everything else, and I just love Roll Camera so much. I'm happy to see it surviving. Let's see. Then number 3, Footprints. This is another one that draws me in because of the pedigree. Isla Svensson, Osmund Svensson, and Gear Andre Volquist. I didn't notice that, but Isla and Osmund, I've really enjoyed a lot of their games, and basically everything they're doing with their new publisher, Chili Fox, is really, really great. So I believe this was was it a roll and write? No, I don't remember much specifics because I didn't need to. It looks like it's a tile laying game set in Neolithic times. That's all wonderful. I just am here for the designers because they are one of the best teams out there. Number 2 on the list is Firefighters on on duty. Oh my gosh, this blew me away. It came out of nowhere. This is a sequel from the same designers as Project Elite, which is maybe the greatest real-time board game of all time. And the only problem with Project Elite is it's set in kind of a James Cameron's Aliens type environment, which is a real turnoff for my wife. Now they're taking that design and repurposing it into making it modern day firefighters putting out fire cooperatively in real time using the Project Elite system. Project Elite is in my top 50 games of all time. Will Firefighters on Duty eclipse it? It might. I can't wait to learn more about this. And the number one thing that got me most excited is not on Board Game Geek yet, folks, but links for everything I'm talking about is down in the show notes if you want to go find out more, including the number one, Marrakesh, Camels and Nomads. I'm not done talking about Feld. Marrakesh, Jen and I have fallen even harder in love with it with the Essential Edition, and so there's now an expansion coming that, if I recall correctly, adds 6 new modules to the game and a solo mode. That's a picture of the solo player board right there. More Marrakesh is a good thing in my book, so I am super duper stoked about that. And that is it, folks. The recap is done. Tell me what you think down in the comments. In the meantime, you can go ahead and subscribe right there, because there's more stuff coming. Like I said, in the next couple of days, we're going to be having our Gen Con Super Preview show. And later on, as an exclusive for members, I'll be doing a deeper dive into, I'll probably end up talking about over 100 games from Gen Con. So subscribe if you want to know about that. In the meantime, there's the playlist for every video I just talked about. Click it. There's so much goodness there. Go, 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 go. Go.